Hello everyone. Today we'll learn about demographic cycle. So there are 5 stages in this. So let's learn about the first stage, which is high stationary, in which there is high birth rate as well as high death rate. So the population will be stable. So we'll see on double histogram this kind of curve, in which the tip indicates the elderly population and the base indicates the younger population. So here elderly population is less because the death rate is higher and the fertility is increased because of birth rate is also high. So here we'll divide it into two. One half indicates men, other half indicate women. So we'll come to the second stage, which indicates it is early expanding stage, in which the birth rate is higher and death rate begins to fall, which means there is rapid increase in population. So we'll see this kind of curve in which the apex become less narrower. So here we'll learn about a new term, which is demographic gap, which indicates birth rate minus death rate. So here the maximum demographic gap will be seen in the second stage, which is early expanding stage. So now let's come to stage 3, which is late expanding, in which we can see the birth rate now begins to fall and the death rate is already declining. So the population will show increase, but there is less increase as compared to the second stage because birth rate is also falling, no? So the graph which will be seen looks like this. Now we can see the triangle is not looking like a triangle, no. It is more like a spindle form. Now let's come to the stage 4, which is low stationary, in which now we can see the birth rate is falling and death rate is also falling. So both are falling. So the population now will decline and then it become stable. So the graph looks like this, in which now elderly population has increased because death rate is falling and birth rate is also falling. As you can see now, all age group are in almost equal proportion: elderly, adult, younger. So here we can see both in both the stages, the elderly population and the younger population are lesser as compared to other stages. And both are considered as a dependent proportion of our society, and adults who are independent proportion of the society, they are larger. So it is considered as a demographic gift, dividend, or bonus. So now we'll see about the stage 5th, which is declining population, in which the birth rate falls much more than the death rate. So here the population will decline and the fertility rate will become lesser than the death rate. So here we'll see such kind of curve in which, as you can see, the elderly population is increased as compared to the fertility rate. So now we'll learn about some terms, which is demographic transition, which indicates stage 1 to stage 4. So if the country is transitioning from stage 1 to 4, it is called as demographic transition. So India is in stage 3, which is late expanding stage. And ideal, it should be stage 4, which is low stationary, in which there is stable population. In developing countries, they are in stage 2, which is early expanding. There is explosive rise in population. So yes, this is for demographic cycle. Hope you like it. Thank you so much.